Hello everyone, welcome back to Fury Time channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Alexander Povetkin. I know Ngannou is a former UFC champion. I think their fight with Fury is made in order to make money. If it is organized, then there is a demand. I am convinced that Fury will win. But if they fought in MMA, it would be interesting, and in boxing, in one gate, said Olympic boxing champion Alexander Povetkin. Recall that the boxing match between Fransis Ngannou and Tyson Fury will be held on October 28 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Interim WBO heavyweight champion Giley addressed the British public with a provocative question after his convincing knockout victory over Joe Joyce in London on September 23. I want to ask the audience a question. Do you want me to shut up Tyson Fury? The 40-year-old Giley, who in April of this year unexpectedly inflicted the first defeat in his career on Joyce and took away the belt of the interim WBO champion from him, was even more convincing in the rematch and knocked out the Briton at the end of the third round. "I'm happy," Zhang said after the victory. "As I said, the second fight will end even faster than the first. I like Joe, I respect him. This is our job. We are professional fighters. We go out to entertain the audience and we did it. I hope everyone enjoyed my performance. Thank you to everyone who came to the arena and to everyone who witnessed my triumph on Chinese social networks," Giley said. Fransis Ngannou. "Footwork is the main thing I learned from Mike Tyson. This is the key thing in boxing. In boxing, everything depends on it, as Mike Tyson proved. When you have a good base, your punch will be stronger. He has been fighting guys like Fury all his career. That's why I approach him about this fight. It seems to me that if I get at least a quarter of Tyson's experience, it will be much easier for me in a fight with Tyson Fury," said former UFC champion Fransis Ngannou. The first number of the UFC heavyweight rating Cyril Gane believes that his former sparring partner and the rival Francis Ngannou will be able to arrange a surprise in the upcoming boxing match against the current WBC world champion Tyson Fury. On paper, the winner is Tyson Fury, but everyone knows the power of Francis Ngannou. And anything can happen in a duel, the Frenchman said. "I will definitely support Francis in this fight. I hope he will be able to surprise. That would be really crazy. You saw the fight between Mayweather and McGregor, and Conor looked very good in it. He managed to prove himself. I don't know how long Francis has been preparing for this fight, but he can arrange a surprise. It was his dream from the very beginning. When he first arrived in France, he dreamed of becoming a boxer, not an MMA fighter. So what if? Who knows? There is an opinion that the WBC champion British heavyweight Tyson Fury will hold in October in Saudi Arabia a meaningless duel in terms of sports with the absolute debutant of boxing, ex-UFC champion Cameroonian Francis Ngannou, for one simple reason. He promised to do it early. Why should Fury be stripped of the championship title? Ex-world champion American Paul Malignaggi claims that he has not heard such nonsense for a long time. What does this have to do with it? Is Fury a man of his word? Don't make me slippers laugh. It's just that he will earn a lot more money with Ngannou. I have my word. Of course he did. There is such a lot of money at stake. How can I not give my word? Malignaggi believes it's a time for Fury to be stripped of the championship belt. This is one of the main reasons. He doesn't want to participate in heavy fighting. He doesn't want to take risks. He prefers to fight with non-boxers, ignores ratings, mandatory applicants, fans' wishes, and so on. In what other sport would a champion be allowed to hold the title if he met not with direct competitors, but with athletes from other disciplines? Malignaggi said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.